there, sweet teacher, and thank you for joining me, Teacher Tony, for a Phast Phonics demonstration. This is a brand new product that I've created, and I created it to help my second graders with some more complex first grade skills. But this set focuses on CVC words. There are 35 days of CVC word writing practice within this product, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. First, let me show you what you need to prepare for your students. Now, first of all, you actually need to have these word lists handy. These are the words that you will dictate each day for your students to write. And you're going to give your students a copy of this. Now, there's two versions of this. There's a 10-word and a 5-word version. So it's a lot of differentiation in there for you. But this is the writing paper your students will need. And you can do this one right here, which will last them a whole week. Or you can do this version down here that you can actually give them one slice of paper per day. With my second graders, I use the entire week page to save me on copying and passing out things. So I'm actually using this virtually too, and it's working really awesome for my kids. Let me show you down here. At the end of the week, I allow my students, because they've worked so hard during their Phast Phonics routine, I allow them to design their own race car, and they really look forward to this each and every week. So they just color it and they draw themselves driving, and it's a great motivational tool. So once your students have their paper ready, I ask my students to hold their pencil up to the camera because we're teaching virtually. Let's pretend this is a pencil. And if I were in person, I would have them hold it up in the air to cue that they're ready. So from there, you're going to pull up your Phast Phonics Presentation. Now, the great thing about this is it's very visual, and it has some auditory in there to really help motivate and get your kiddos engaged in writing words. So you can use this PowerPoint version, which is what I'm using, or you can find the Google slide version in the product as well. I just prefer PowerPoint. I'm a little old-fashioned. So I'm going to start the presentation. And there's some sounds embedded through the whole file to help your kiddos stay engaged. So the first thing I do is, okay, let's talk about our skill for today. All of today's words have the short A sound, in the middle. So you don't have to think about what the vowel will be in the middle. You just have to figure out all the other sounds. So today I want you to win the short A trophy, okay? You can do that by being really quick. So let's see. Are you ready? So they hold their pencils up, and then we get started. Set, go. Cab, cab. So I spend time dictating those words and sounds for my kiddos to hear. And then what you're going to hear are some sounds come on that show it's time to move on. Hear that? Now, you can choose at that point to give them more time, or you can click on through to kind of speed things up. Then we go to the next one. Bad, bad. You could even segment it for them. Bad, bad. And then the sounds are going to come on in a few seconds to signal that they should be done. All right, I'm going to go on through the whole presentation. It continues for 10 words, but there's also a 5-word version for you. At the end of the race, we come to this page and we just talk about how we did. Did you get all the words done? Show me with your fingers how many words you got completed today. Oh, you got all 10? Awesome. All right, even if you got them all 10, I want you to check your work. Let's go to the check your work page. So from here, I give my students 1 or 2 minutes to check their work. This is something you'll have to teach your kiddos how to do in the beginning. On the student response page, there's little boxes next to each number where they put a check mark once they're sure they have the word spelled correctly. So I just teach them to go through and check each one. If you got it wrong, then erase it and fix it. No big deal. So this is really good to help students learn how to transfer what's in front of them down to their paper, and it's also good for editing. They have to go back and check each letter to make sure they got it correct. So once they're ready to move on, we come to the choose your prize page. This is the student's most favorite part of this routine. I let my helper of the day pick which one of these prizes we will receive. So will it be number 1, do laps around your chair until the music stops? Number 2, pretend to drive a race car. Number 3, do a celebration dance. Or number 4, make racing sounds and pretend to wave flags. So my students love number 1, which is what they choose the most. I have them pull out their chair and they walk quickly around their chair until the music stops. So when you're ready, have your kids stand for all of these. The movement aspect is wonderful for our kids, so don't skip out on this. You're going to click on the box and it's going to start playing music just like this. Okay, so that goes on for about 10 to 15 seconds. No big deal. I love it because it's quick and controlled. And at the end, there's a sound, and I teach my students to put on the brake and sit back down. So once you teach your students this routine, it takes less than 10 minutes. I'm going to say it takes me less than 6 or 7 minutes because my students are so accustomed to it at this point. So I hope you enjoy Phast Phonics. If there are certain skills you would like to see included in future sets, send me an email to Tony@teachertony.com, and I would love to consider your suggestions. So I hope your kiddos enjoy this, and I hope you do too. Bye, teachers.